Reach the eye.
Hello. I'm making a pendant. Well, two pendants for my daughters. This is what it looks like when it's finished. This is what it started out as. The cab is a resin cab that I made, and I backed it with the most delicious glitter ever. It's so beautiful. It looks like an opal. Just a clear resin cab. And when it was hard, and I popped it out of the mold, and I coated it with varnish and mixed the glitter into the varnish, painted it all over the back, very thick, let it dry, and it's stuck on there, and it's just fabulous. I had the cab glued onto a little piece of foiled leather. I have a lot of leather scraps, and I enjoy using it. This one, see, this foil back, I had to cut off a little thingy there, but it's basically done. And yeah, I'll be giving these to my daughters for Christmas. Way I did this, very easy. I ringed the cab with an even count of delicas. This is a pale, transparent pink. I peyoteed up, 2 rows, something like that. And then I thickened the rows with 2 more rings and put them together. And I'm going to try to show you how I did that. I will add my beads, put my peyote on, up the cab, and I'll be back. Okay, I've got the cab bezeled in with 4 rows. I'm going to work my needle to the middle, actually to the second row. Hopefully. Maybe the 3rd row. Yeah. 3rd row. I'm going to add beads in between each of the beads in the 3rd row in this bezel. I don't know if I can get this any tighter. Focus might not work. Is that clear? I can't tell. Try a couple. Pay attention to where your beads are. Don't get frickin' knots. Again, using Nymo because I'm out of white wildfire. I use a lot of beading thread, y'all. A lot. Here. And when I go all the way around, I'm going to add another row and take a look at it. I'll show you. This is what it looks like after I've beaded that 3rd row. added another row of beads in the third row of the prior row I made. Now I'm going to add another row in this row that I just made and make it a little bit longer. The point is that after I bead this next row, I'm going to move down to the very base of the first row of stitching down here. And I'm going to bead 2 rows there. Maybe 1. I can't remember what I did. It was either 1 or 2. When I get there, I'll show you. And then I'm going to zip the 2 together so it will really widen this bezel and make this beautiful frame around your cab. It's really pretty. It looks great. Oops. I've done it on some other things, but I don't have them anymore. So I'm going to make these 2 for my beautiful daughters, Samantha and Ashley. This is actually Samantha's favorite color combination. She's a sweet, beautiful, girly girl. Smart. Funny. Ashley is my wild child. But she's a really good kid. Really good girl. I'm proud of them both. I love them both. So I hope they like this stuff. I do. If they don't like them, I'll take it back. So when I'm finished beading around here, I'll be back. Okay, I've beaded that extra row all the way around. I'm going to work my needle. It's foggy. This is so... Ugh. Come on, focus. Come on. I'm going to work my needle down to the very base. And you can see those base beads down there. See them? Those are the beads that are actually attached to my substrate, my leather. So let's work the needle down as best you can. There we go. Be careful with your thread, especially if you're using crappy Nymo. This is the sort of thing it would love to break at. Going through a bunch of sharp little delicas. Okay. So I'm going to bead, I remember now, it was 2 rows. I'm going to bead 2 rows into this base right here. Move this out. I don't think you can see. Come on. There we go. 2 rows into here. And then I'm going to take this top row, push it down, and meet it with that row and zip it together. And this isn't hard. You do have to step up after your rows. You know, when you complete your rows, step up to keep things nice and clean. Speaking of clean, to do a bunch of laundry. Ugh. And it's snowing like crazy outside. We are getting that flippin' blizzard they've been warning us about for a week. It's really wet snow, wet heavy snow. I'm surprised there aren't kids out making snowmen or having snowball fights, because this is perfect. Everybody is like holed up. Nobody's going out. Everybody's holed up in their homes. Look at that. Well, I got a split in the Nymo I have to fix. I'll be back when I get this done. Okay, I'm just stepping up the last bead in this row at the base. See? I'm going to add another row in there and put these two together. I'll be back. Wrong. So wrong. I needed 3 rows at the base. Couldn't remember. When I made the first one, I was just kind of screwing around and I didn't write down what I was doing. Oh, I'll remember. No. I needed 3 rows at the base so that these two edges will meet. See, I have like a channel in between this top edge and this bottom edge. I'm going to zip together, and without a 3rd row I couldn't make that happen. Now I could have added the 3rd row to the top, but I was already working on the bottom, so I added it to the bottom. So zip the 2 edges together in between the up beads, and then you can finish embellishing the edge. Very easy, not hard. You do kind of have to pay attention to where you are so you're not zigzagging beads all over the place in those middle rows, those additional rows that you're adding. But it's really pretty easy and fun and so pretty. Whoops. See how I'm doing this? Now I imagine I could make this a whole lot bigger and fatter before I zipped it together, but I think this is perfect. I think this is just fine. I'm cool with this. So when I'm finished zipping those 2 edges together, I'll be back. Okay, I'm finishing connecting. I finished connecting those 2 edges. I have a beautiful frame. I've woven my thread back and forth through lots of the beads to secure it. That's how you should secure your thread, by the way. I'm going to tug and cut, and the thread will sneak back inside the bead and not hang out. It won't stick out. Now I'm going to cut this leather off. I'm hoping these scissors are sharp enough. My other ones are in the other room. Very carefully, and I can't hardly see this thread, so I'm going to be very careful. Just very carefully cut along. Do not cut your thread, duh. I've done it. It's no fun. Your project is ruined. If you cut your thread, you have to start all over. And just keep snipping away until you get very close to your thread. A little too close for comfort there. These scissors are not very sharp. I've had them forever. I've cut everything with them. They got some kind of glue or something on them. It's sticking to it. Let me find a better pair. Let's try these. These are huge, but oh yeah, much better. Close, close without cutting your thread. Just be careful. And there we go. Pull this back because I'm too close. I don't have any light in here. There we go. And what I did with this one is, oh, where are they? I alternated. Some little, these are, what are these? I don't know what size they are. I think they're 3mm. I think they're too small for 4s. 3mm, I alternated a crystal and a delica in between the very highest edge of this beadwork right there to finish it off. Woven my thread back and forth, cut it, and now it's ready for a chain. I think I'm just going to add a simple little beaded bail and just thread some delicas on there and some crystals, and they will be done. And I think my daughters will like them. It'll be very pretty. So this is a great day to bead. It's a terrible weather. It is here anyway. My Aussie friends are enjoying the hot, steamy, sunny weather. I hate you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. I forgot to tell you guys Happy Hanukkah before Hanukkah's over, but oh well. Yay! Bye! La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yuck.